ya. Boys are out of minerals. They've been going through a lot of minerals, and I have a feeling, you know, it's probably because of the cold. Alright. You guys need some more minerals. Yeah, you licked that clean. That's good. Is that what you've been waiting on? Mm-hmm. Is that what you've been waiting on? Yeah. Good boys. Oh, we'll do grain a little later, okay? What you doing there, bud? hay in. I mean, putting the feed in the can. So, homesteading isn't all tractors, animals, chainsaws, you know. There's some things that have to be done around here just because they have to be done. Now, my wife works full-time and I'm retired. So, you got to kind of work together to make everything happen around here. So that means me picking up some of the domestic duties, including peeling eggs, because we like to eat our eggs. It's healthy, easy to grab in the morning to fill you up and get you going. So you kind of got to do what you got to do. But there's never a time when there isn't something to do. There is always something to do on the homestead. So, with that being said, you're going to see me doing things that maybe not other men would be doing, but it's all about working together to make the homestead work. Voila. And the one that kind of got messed up, it goes to the puppies. And all these eggshells go right back to the chickens. It's a good source of calcium for them. I do have oyster shells, a free choice oyster shell out there all the time for them, for the calcium, and that's what makes their eggs, you know, the shell's good and solid and firm. Yeah, so I'll show you. We'll take those right out to the birds. Come here. Come here, Maisie. Yeah. And all of the stuff that didn't come out so good. This all goes to the dogs. Maisie's first. One for Maisie. One for Muffin. One for Poppy. One for Moxie. One for me. Now we go through about 2 loaves of bread a week, and you know, it's funny. My father did all the baking, you know, the bread baking and things like that, growing up, and it's kind of rubbed off onto me. So I kind of like making bread. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some bread. These are all things you can do on the homestead to save money and be more healthy. The bread that you're getting from your big bread companies, it's not good for you. So this is a simple, easy bread recipe that anybody can do. First thing is that you need 3 cups of warm water, not overly hot water. Okay, you want it between 100 and 115. And that's because if it's too cold, it won't activate the yeast. And if it's too hot, it'll kill the bacteria that's in the yeast. So that's perfect. So we're going to take the warm water, 3 cups, put it in the bowl. Okay, now you're going to add the 3 teaspoons of salt. Okay, you're going to add your 3 tablespoons of dry yeast, 4 tablespoons of, it says vegetable oil. We don't use vegetable oil. It's not good for you. Olive oil, extra virgin. Get the good stuff. It's expensive, but it's so much better for you. and a half a cup of sugar. I always put just a little more sugar, just another tablespoon, just to kind of give it a little extra sweetness. Okay, you take that little mixture. Okay, grab my bread hook here. You don't have to have a bread hook. Goodness, you could do this several different ways. You could blend all the thin ingredients and then start adding your flour. Use anything to get it mixed up. And then you may have to do a little bit more, kneading on the dough to get it all right. But this works great. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that baby rolling. Start getting it mixed up. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to add is 8 cups of flour total. But we start off with 4. Okay. We're going to mix that up until it's all blended. Now, once that's all good and blended, we're going to let it set for about 5 minutes and let the yeast activate real good before we put the other 4 cups of flour in. Now, once that sets for about 5 minutes, you'll start to notice little air bubbles. That means the yeast is activating. Gonna do its thing. Yeah, when that gets nice and spongy, and you'll see it's actually growing in the bowl. You're gonna start adding your other 4 cups of flour. I just do like one at a time. Get it blended. Now we put our 4th cup in, and see how sticky that is? Okay, it needs a little more flour, so you got to kind of fine tune it after the initial 8 cups of flour. All right, so we're going to fine tune that right now. I'm going to add just a little bit. Okay. Oh, holy smokes, you put it in overdrive. Alright, so we'll let that go for a little bit, and we'll see how sticky it is after that. Now, you see how it's not sticky? That's how you want it. Okay? So what we're going to do now is take a little bit more flour. Okay, we'll come over here on a clean surface and just sprinkle on a little flour. Okay. Goodness, there we go. We'll come over here. Over here. A little flour on your hands. And we're going to pull all this out of the bowl. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is just kind of give it a little coat of flour. Give it a little good old-fashioned kneading. We're going to make it into a ball. Big old dough ball. Alright, now that bowl that you lined with oil, what you're going to do is you're going to drop it in that. I'm going to spin it around a little bit to coat the bottom side with oil. Then you take it, you flip it over. Okay, that keeps the you got to cover it with plastic wrap, and that'll keep the plastic wrap from sticking. Now, the old days, they used to put a wet towel over the top. And I tried that for a while, but what happens is that it ends up sticking to the towel no matter what. So plastic wrap doesn't do that. I'm not a big fan of plastic, but in this case, you got to go with what works. All right. Now, what we do is we take this over closer to the fire. Okay. And if you notice, I have this little fan here on top of the wood stove. I kind of direct that right towards the bowl, and we're going to let that double in size. Doesn't take long. All right, once you've seen that it's doubled in size, you come back over here and we're gonna a little flour on your hands here. We're gonna punch it down in the bowl because it gives you a nice solid backing, because what you're doing is you're punching the air out of it. Now if you didn't do this, what would happen is you get big air pockets in your bread, and the bread all falls apart and your tuna fish sandwich goes all over the place. So you want to make sure that you punch it down real good, get the air out of it. Okay, now let's take it out of the bowl onto the counter. We are going to knead this up just a little bit. and we're going to cut it in half. Okay, and you're going to make little loaves. Okay, now remember, these are greased with olive oil. Okay, plop that in there like that. I like to shape it up a little bit, that way when it bakes it comes out looking like a real loaf of bread. All right, take that, we'll take that, cover it, like that. Take your other one, same thing. Like that. And another piece of plastic wrap like that. Don't want it real tight because you want that bread to be able to expand. Okay? And we're going to take it back down by the fire. And we're going to let that rise until she comes up over the sides a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Take the plastic off. And we'll go ahead and pop these bad boys in the oven. Remember, 350 degrees, 30 minutes. $30. Got it. And voila, we have a couple loaves of homemade bread. And what we're going to do is pop them out onto this cooling rack and let them thoroughly cool. They'll pop right out. Not bad for an old farmer. So thank you. Thank you for putting up with my being a rookie at photography. I did get my head in the shot this time, so we're doing much better. But thank you for watching, and please, if you did like it, the video, please, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, all that good stuff, because that will help build up the channel and maybe, put a few cents in my pocket, help me out with retirement. There you go. So just go ahead, like, share, subscribe, and please leave comments. I am not too proud to take advice. Just make it constructive, and I'm good. And if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments, and I'll answer you. I'll give you an honest answer. So, with all that being said, thank you. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and God bless you.